Hey guys, we're on lesson 6.6 in geometry and we're going to use proportions to solve applied problems. So we're in the very last lesson of the module and kind of the most important one. We're going to use this stuff to apply to word problems and problems that are more practical. So please write the objective down. Okay. So here's the teacher example. A 6-foot tall man casts a shadow that is 18 feet long. At the same time, a tree casts a 66-foot long shadow. What is the actual height of the tree? So without going up there and measuring the tree, we can use a proportion. So we're going to use height over shadow equals height over shadow. So I'm going to put the man on the left-hand side. So I've got 6. He's 6 feet and his shadow is 18. And that is going to be proportional to the tree. We don't know the tree's actual height, so I'm going to put an X right there. But the shadow is 66, okay? I did not, hang on one second, I'm going to pause this while I grab my calculator. Okay, sorry about that guys, I wanted to grab my calculator. So we've got, we're going to cross multiply to solve, just like we did on all the other proportion problems. So we have 18 times X is equal to 6 times 66. Okay, so 18x is equal to 6 times 66, which is 396. And then to get the x by itself, to isolate it, I'm going to divide by 18, so that cancels. And I'm going to divide by 18. And I get x equals 22. 22 feet. Okay, since it is an applied problem, I do have to label it, all right? Pretty straightforward, I hope. Okay, Skylar wants to enlarge a picture that has a width of 2 inches and a length of 3 inches to a picture with a width of 5 inches. What should the length of the enlarged picture be in order to keep the pictures proportional? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So this is set up for us, and they tell us width over length is equal to width over length. We want the proportion to be the same in both pictures. And I think you guys have probably seen this if you've taken a picture and pasted it into Pages or something, and you stretch it in one direction without stretching in the other direction. It looks really funny because it doesn't keep that proportion. So the original picture is 2 inches over 3 inches. And he wants the new width to be 5. And there's our question, what is the length going to be? And they tell us to round to the nearest tenth, which is going to help us out here. So I'm going to cross multiply. I have 3 times 5 is equal to 2 times x. Okay, so 15 is equal to 2x. To isolate or get the x by itself, I'm going to divide by 2 and divide by 2. And I get x is equal to 7.5. Inches, right? Let's double check. Inches. So I'll just use a little symbol there for inches. 7.5 inches. Or you could write inches. Okay, here's a self. So this one you should pause and work out on your own and then push play when you're done and check your work with mine. Lake hit 4 hits in 5 games. So Lake is his name, okay? 4 hits in 5 games. At this rate, how many games will it take him to hit 22 hits? Round your answer to the nearest tenth, okay? So hits over games is equal to hits over games. So we want that proportion to stay the same. So 4 over 5 is equal to, we want him to get 22 hits, and we want to know how many games that'll take. Okay, I'm going to cross multiply. 22 times 5 is 110 is equal to 4 times x. I'm going to divide by 4. I have 110 divided by 4, and I get 27.5 games. Okay, that's how long it would take him. Okay, hopefully you got that, and if not, you know why. Okay, So go ahead and think about what our objective was today and what more we need to do. Okay? A recipe, and this is where proportions are used a lot in recipes. If I have a recipe for 2 people and I want to make it for 10, I have to increase each amount by the same proportion. A recipe calls for 2 cups of sugar and 5 cups of flour. So our proportion is going to be sugar over flour equals sugar over flour. Okay, so I'm going to use that proportion. So I've got 2 cups of sugar over 5 cups of flour. How many cups of flour, so the flour is my question, would you need if you used 8 cups of sugar? Okay, same as I've done all the problems. I'm going to cross multiply. 8 times 5 is 40 is equal to 2 times x. I'm going to isolate or get the x alone by doing the opposite, by dividing by 2. 40 divided by 2, 20, whoops, let's label it 20 cups, whoops, sorry about that, 20 cups of flour. Okay, 20 cups of flour. Okay, let's do the next one, the practice problem. So this one you can pause if you got a hang of it. The gas mileage on a specific car is 19 miles per 1 gallon. How many miles can the car go on 14-gallon tank? So we're going to set up a proportion, and it's going to be miles over gallons is equal to miles over gallons. Okay, so we know that 19 miles on 1 gallon is equal to, we want to know how many miles for 14 gallons. And we're going to solve it the same way we've solved all of them. We're going to cross multiply. We have 1 times x is equal to 19 times 14. Okay, so 1x or x is equal to 19 times 14, and I get 266 miles. Whoops. Put an S right there. 266 miles. Okay. The next one's going to be a, oh, wait a second. Did I skip the, I don't have the you do on your own. Well, if you have a you do on your own, the last one, then you can work it. I don't have it. I don't know what happened to it. So go ahead and work on the assignment, guys. Do the last problem if there's one there, and ask for help if you need it. Okay, guys, good luck. Thanks.